What's up, friends? In today's video, we will be flipping through my 2020 MakseLife planner, or should I say planners, so stay tuned for more. I still can't believe it's been a whole year already. The first planner I want us to go through is the month of January through June in my MakseLife planner. I picked the horizontal layout to start off with, thanks to Sierra. This is actually this random wild U card, and I was playing around with the arc punch to see, someone had said like if you do it a certain way you can get it to fit in your MakseLife, and it worked. However, it's just a little bit stiff, so I don't recommend it. These are my assessment scoring, my intentions page, and then like the prep work and stuff. I feel like I did not utilize these pages to their capabilities, so that's one goal, to do better next year. These are my annual goals. In the middle of the year, I went back like in June and revisited them and rewrote them because it was, again, 2020. And so it needed a refresh. That's my vision board. I love vision boarding. It's literally one of my favorite things to do. This was the month of January. I just started off color coordinating between like church, work, family, home stuff. I had no idea really how I was going to be using these pages. For the most part, I use how Sierra had set up her horizontal because she inspired me to get the horizontal. And so for the left, I would write out the schedule. In the middle, I would write out my to-dos. And in that box, I would write out gratitude. And that, y'all, is how I planned in the horizontal for the first 6 months of this year. Like, it was what I did. It was very functional, and it's what worked. Also, you'll see that my stickers, I just mostly use my old EC sticker books that I used for like maybe the past 5 years of planning. I did not, listen to this, y'all, I didn't buy any planner supplies until the month of May. Like, I didn't buy anything until like May rolled around. I used what I had. This was all left over. As you will see, you don't really see a lot of my outliners until now. These boxes were inspired by Katie from KDK Plans. I remember when she started doing these little boxes in her planner, and it was like fabulous. This was the week that I was completely sick, y'all. It was a terrible week. It was terrible. I was knocked out, probably because I was doing too much. Like the first 3 months of this year, first 2 months of this year, I had so much going on, and you'll probably see like my spreads tend to be, they were very functional the first few months of this year with pops of colors and pops of stickers. They're nowhere near how I plan now, which is crazy as I look back on. My monthly goals canceled. Like, I was so excited that my projects are starting to get canceled because this is when we started to get into lockdown, into quarantine, and it kind of forced me to start resting. Got really into Animal Crossing. I had played Animal Crossing, but during those 3 months, I was like in it because it just kept me from thinking about the craziness going on. It's just so crazy looking back on these pages and remembering just what a time that was when we first were just all called to stay home, and ordered to stay at home. So these weeks are pretty light. They were very, very light. I remember slowing down was something that was beneficial to me in the midst of just such a hard and unknown season. Didn't really color coordinate. I think I just went with the stickers here. My monthly goals were I just was like, let me try to figure out maybe 1 or 2 things to do within each area. Still the same way of planning as I was planning earlier this year, the to-dos, schedule, gratitude. And then this is when I switched it up. I completely changed my horizontal planner to a gratitude planner. And I started doing notes and reflection because I had nowhere to go, nothing to do really. So I was just like, what if I just repurpose these weeks into journaling spreads? So I would write out like how I was feeling each day. I would give myself a number. I would try to write out like the things that I was grateful for and the highlight, like expressing my feelings, what was going on. And that's honestly how I used it between like April and May mostly. And it's just what worked. And sometimes I would challenge myself, Darian, do at least 3 things. 3 things. If there's 3 things to do, do it. This month I used May as a gratitude. I just wrote 1 thing that I was grateful for each day, and I liked it. It was just, again, I had to make this planner work for me during those months of unknownness. As you can, like, you guys see that, like, I use my outliners, but I didn't use them like I do now. It's just so weird looking at this and seeing how I planned, and it's interesting because I was committed to like only using what I had. And I think, you know, around this time I brought some new sticker books, but I really wasn't into sticker kits. I was a very functional sticker person. These were my reflections for May. May was really, really rough. And then these were some photos that were taken over the course of June, and I had put them in my planner at the front of the page. And so June, I started working again, mostly doing stuff online here and there. And still, my notes and reflections are really random. This week was really special. I just had one to do, which was to spend time with my mom. Like, that was my only to do. And I wrote it down, and I'm not ashamed. And then this upcoming week was, I believe, the Black Lives Matters like weekly challenge that we did in the community. And I literally took all these quotes from Maya Angelou, and I just love her. And she inspired that page because she just encourages me. This was some washi from Capital Chic Designs that I just adore. And I remember using red this week because it was my mom's birthday and she loves color red. This was a wish list that I had, y'all. Terrible. I'm so glad I did not buy half the stuff on that list, because half the stuff I wrote down that I wish for, I know now that I don't need. Okay. And then how I use my note pages were, honestly, I was getting, when I went back and was like, this was when I got the vertical and I had extra note pages, I started putting thank you notes on them. And I had got this idea from Shannon from Just Playing with Shan. Any cards that I had got over the course of this year, I would put on the note pages. And then when I was trying to like uncoil and recoil and all this other stuff, because at this time Sierra had sent me a vertical to try, because I had printed off some vertical layouts for the start of July to see if I would like, and I had extra note pages, so I just put my notes on here. Didn't utilize these pages like I wanted. And then this was honestly my note pages. These were all the books that I did not read. And any like big goal that I had, I would flesh it out on these pages and just break things down. That's just honestly what worked for me. Again, I want to do better when it comes to my note pages, so I kind of actually have a purpose for them going into this upcoming year. But that was pretty much January through June, y'all. So now this is where things start to get interesting. This was a birthday card that my mom had sent me, and I loved it so much that I like pretty much ripped the card and put this in a bookmark because it just was such a really, really pretty card, and I loved it. So this is where things get interesting. This is July. Kept it simple. I love how when my months are simple like that. Didn't really have any goals. Very minimal. Took notes. Notes and reflections are still brain dumps. Are reflections. Still don't really have a purpose for them. This is the vertical. And this was when I was kind of going back into how I used to plan, which was in a vertical layout. I tried an hourly. Not a good idea for me. And so I would write out my schedule like linearly, like with the stickers, and then I would write the to-dos in between the things that I had. I don't know if that made any sense. This was Show Card Camps of America. Y'all, I literally wrote everything down in Central Standard Time. It was so hard. This was some stickers. My friends started sending me stickers when I told them I was interested into looking into sticker kits, because I feel like I utilize like stickers better in the vertical layout than the horizontal layout, in my opinion. That was National Planner Day. My husband had took a picture of me watching the National Planner Day collab video that Playing with Laura had did, and I was just so happy. So I remember like printing that photo off. This is August. Again, very simple, very minimal. I started keeping track of my orders, y'all, and that sidebar was all my orders. Ridiculous. I felt like I had a grasp of the monthly goals here. Again, I was franken planning a lot of things, so you'll see a few pages here and there. Tried some gratitude. Love Christina design stickers. This is when I fell in love with her stickers. Love them. Again, like just trying things out. This was a kit from Oso Paper that was really cool. And this is when I got my Canon IV printer and started printing even more like photos. And so a lot of the photos that you've seen throughout my planners, I probably went back and added them on throughout the year so they matched up and whatnot. That was a weekly reflections page. This was just another week. And this was just me planning in the vertical. And the vertical was just, it felt like me. I don't know. I always say if I have to choose, I would probably choose a vertical layout. And then this was a September like monthly overview, and I liked it. Again, keeping track of my orders. Y'all see how long those order lists are on my monthlies? Ridiculous. That is why I'm trying to be a little bit more mindful with my spending. I actually did the weekly tip that week. This was my first like memory spread, and I loved it. This is when the floodgates opened. This was the week that Wild University launched. But this is when I was like, I need more of that in my life. That memory planning, I needed more of that. I enjoyed it. It was such a big stress reliever. So I did it again the next month, and I started using my outliners, and I started figuring out how I wanted to use the stickers. And so then I tried doing the notes and reflections, my memory keeping on a notes and reflection page. I tried putting my schedule on one page. That was Brianna. Oh, that was such a hard week that I didn't even fill out the rest of the year. Like, fill out the rest of the week because it was just a hard week. Monthly reflections. I don't even think I gave myself a number. Okay, now we're in October. Again, those orders, I'm giving it a thumbs up. I ordered so much and just trying new things and fell down the rabbit hole. I decided this is when I combined the horizontal and the vertical, and I started using the second calendar spread for content planning. Half the time I would content plan and nothing like I planned would actually happen. And so I started using the extra weekly actions when I combined both layouts for like content and brain dumps and to-do lists and stuff. And there were some weeks where I like didn't fill everything in. This was from Amy Tangerine's Wild U course. It was so much fun, and I learned so much, and to take and get all a little bit messy in my planner was super cool. This was a horizontal. Again, notes and reflections, super fun. Painting. This, now y'all, right, let's just pause for a second. This is probably my favorite spread from the year 2020. Hands down, my favorite. Loved it. I realized that when I started to use the sticker kits, I wanted to use the same sticker kit for my horizontal and vertical layouts now that they were combined, because I know that those weeks went together hand in hand, and I loved it. And so that I was just, again, playing and testing and seeing what I liked and what I didn't like. This was when Happy Planner released their Disney sticker collection, which are super cute and super fun. And so, again, you'll see, this was also the week that MakseLife launched. Oh my gosh, that was a crazy week. Such a crazy, crazy, crazy week. I liked how I did that sidebar. Really liked it. It was super, again, I'm finding my groove. This was my first kit with Hannah's stickers, and I fell in love with her stickers, y'all. I now get it. When you find a sticker shop that you love, like, you're gonna keep buying their stickers, and she was one of those. And I just love that spread. It was so much fun. Monthly reflections. I just took some screenshots of photos that I had on my phone and put them on the month. It's literally a moch podge of things in this planner. This was a content spread. As you can see, a lot of things did not happen. This was where I tried using a second set of monthly actions for project management, but it just was a little bit too much, so I didn't really do that. This was when we voted. I used a Hamilton sticker kit, like a cat sticker kit from an AFFILATE, and it was really fun. This was a really pretty like stickers from the Osa paper, like fall November box. Super cute. And I remember having more reflections that I actually used my notes and reflection page, but this was such a pretty spread. Oh, it's so pretty. So you can see that I'm finally getting in the groove of things. I know how I like my horizontal. I changed how I was using my horizontal a little bit from how I was using it earlier this year. This was so pretty. I love that. But the horizontal, I literally would just write out my list. And so this one's a little bit different. This was that was very pen and paper week. That was a very pen and paper week. And you guys can see I really started just using black ink. I don't know if you've been picking up on those pages. Repurpose this page. I liked this December layout because it was really nice. It was a nice medium between stickers and function for me. Those were some goals. These were some projects. Look, so many orders. This was another kit from Hannah. But as you can see, I really just wrote out my to-do list, and then I started using the box to write my schedule. So, because I started writing a lot of my gratitude and my memory keeping spreads. Oh my goodness, y'all. This was a Sadie sticker kit that I used for the first time. Really liked it. Really pretty. Her foiling is amazing. Really like her foiling. This was the week before Christmas, and I used some stickers from Oso Paper. And look how cute that little black Santa is. So cute, so adorable. And then the last week, I used a hand can plan sticker kit, and I didn't write out my goals. It was Christmas week. I was like, I'm just trying to get through the holiday. Didn't really have any goals. And I wrote a more and less of list, keeping track of orders at the bottom in that little space in the horizontal. And then my last memory spread, y'all. And that is pretty much it. Oh my gosh. So these are my monthly reflections and quarterly compass assessment. I'll make sure to fill those out today. And then that's my year in review. I just took a list of all the things that had happened this year. Oh my gosh, what a year has it been. And it's crazy because this tool and this amazing resource and planner has now actually become a part of, you know, my own story. And I just think it's really, really cool. Y'all, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment below letting me know, do you like to flip back through your planners? How do you plan on storing your 2020 planners? And y'all, I'll catch you around. Keep planning. Love you guys. Bye.